Hello and welcome to this Volkswizard car sales video on this November 2016 66 reg Mark 7 Golf GTI with Performance Pack DSG. It's a 5-door, it's in the factory option colour of carbon steel grey. It's done 34,010 miles. It's had 3 owners from new, first one for 7 years and 3 months and the last one for exactly a year. The one in between was quite short, but apparently they realised they had to do a lot more miles than they originally planned and they went and bought a GTD. That's what the dealer told the person I bought it off. It's got a full service history, initially with Volkswagen up to 2024, but not all of that is on the digital database because the dealers are rubbish. So we have the service book and we have the receipts as well. And then the last owner, who owned it for a year, bought it in August 24, took it to APS in Brackley because they live down the road from them, and because they're one of the best specialists in the UK, and they serviced it and did the DSG oil, which was early, due at 40,000 miles with no time on that, and they also did the VAQ diff oil as well. So it's good to go. The last service at VW in 2024 was a big one with spark plugs and air filter and other bits and pieces. So with the tyres that are all 7mm all round, Michelin Pilot Sport 4s in the back, Vulcan ZEX, yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue like Pilot Sport 4S or 4, does it? But Vulcans are an original equipment supplier to Volkswagen Group, so if you haven't heard of them, they're not really a budget tyre, they call them a mid-range tyre. So 7mm all round, brakes are really good. There's a bit of a lip on there, not much. You can still see silver in the vented area, so not been on that long. Calipers still say GTI really clearly, which is good. And then the backs are, I'd say, pretty much new, silver on the bell and also in the vents, and no lip at all. So tyres are great, brakes are good, service history is amazing. So it should be a relatively cheap car for the next owner to run. Spec-wise, it's a 2017 model year car. By this point, Volkswagen were giving GTI and our owners heated seats and nav as standard. So that's standard on this car, but you might not find it on a car that's a year older. We've also got, as a factory option, keyless entry, love it or not, but you know, it's okay and it works well. And a nice little touch is that being a later Mark 7, this car's got the head unit that can be unlocked for Apple CarPlay, and the last owner had that done by a Volkswagen main dealer and it works really well. We've also got mud flaps, which I'm pretty sure were fitted by the first owner. There are lots of signs with this car that the first owner might have been sort of an older owner, not least the mileage, but the mud flaps, although the last owner actually fitted the load liner, which we'll have a look at shortly. Condition-wise, not really a lot to report on. As you can see in this light, maybe not the other side as clearly, but the carbon steel grey paintwork is in incredible condition. I think it's been ceramic coated. I seem to remember the owner telling me it had been done, and when I washed it, it beaded really a lot. So yeah, it's amazing, and there's nothing to tell me that it's not original. Sometimes body shops do such a good job, it's hard to tell, but there's nothing, you know, there's no funny lacquer. It looks consistent all over. Wheels are pretty much perfect, which is good because they're diamond cut, and they're called Austins. I don't sell many cars with these wheels, so I had to look it up, but yeah, Austin rings a bell. And this is from an era when Volkswagen gave you a standard nice wheels. You didn't really need to upgrade. 225 40 18 tyres are cheap as well. And you don't need clever suspension because the ride quality is actually quite good. So on this wheel, there's a mark there. That's all. And then have a look down the side of the car while we're here. And then I think this one's got a really small mark there. Have a look at that. Have a look at the rest of the wheel as well. There's a bit of corrosion in the black bits, I suppose, because that's sort of never been refurbished maybe, and it's getting on for 9 years old. Load lip. Now I do try and dry these cars after I wash them, but as you probably know if you've owned one, water seems to get stuck in the tailgate and come out, so we've got quite hard water here that leaves little marks, but there's no scuffing or scrapes on that. That's always a good sign. Original number plates, front and back, from Cork Hills. Although the car was probably supplied by Warrington Volkswagen according to the digital history, but Cork Hills plates are on it. And they serviced it for up until it went to APS in 2024. This wheel is really good. Bit of corrosion in the black section there and there, but actually, you know, all things considered for diamond cut, it's really good. And this offside front is excellent as well. And again, that caliper, you can't see all of it, but it says GTI really clearly. Have a look down the side there. So 34,000 miles, you shouldn't really expect a lot of chips, but there should be some. And we do have one there, maybe one there as well, maybe some small ones. It's not a new car, but it's done really well. Bumper's going to have a few, but I think some of this is dirt, so yeah, maybe I need to clean cars a little bit better. But yeah, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by the condition outside and in. Windscreen, it's a genuine Volkswagen one. At this mileage, they shouldn't be too peppered. And yeah, there's a VW logo there, and there's no chips or anything, so yeah, it's good. Roof, easy to forget. Not that easy to damage, but people do with roof boxes and stuff, but there's no evidence one's been on this car. I think that's it right now. Let's have a look inside. Okay, so standard tartan, looks great. Love the red stitch on there. This car's had a very light vac, no wet cleaning or anything. It's again one of those cars that's never been that dirty, therefore it hasn't needed a lot of cleaning, and I think it looks better for it. Centre armrest is always a bit of a giveaway, and this is mint. Cup holders, I haven't had to clean them, which makes a nice change. Gear knobs, great. Steering wheels, really good. Original floor mats, and that's what they look like. Pedals, I haven't had to clean, which is always nice. Yeah, it's good. This unprotected area, it's got some very light scuffing on it, but yeah, it's probably better than you'd expect. Stickers here are all present and correct and not painted around. Door card is good. 34,009 miles. Paddle shift, of course, auto headlights, adaptive cruise control, all the usual spec. Ambient lighting as well in the door and in the sill, but in August it's kind of hard to show you. This door card's perfect. There's not really been much evidence of people being in the back. So again, it's really a light vac, and I take the floor mats out as well and clean underneath there, which a lot of people don't. Let's have a look in the boot. So load liner, this is I think a 2023 manufacture load liner, but under there it looks like it's been in the car from new, so this carpet's really good. And then we've got space over spare wheel, we've got the complete toolkit with the locking wheel box key there as well. And I pulled this off just to check the data sticker for the chassis number is there and the back panel's original. It's all good. Parcel shelf is good as well. These are untouched, the bolts for the tailgate, which wasn't the case when I bought my first ever brand new car in 2014, a new Golf R. They'd been mullered somewhere between the factory and the dealer. In here, again, it's like the other side. There is a mark here. It's really light, but I don't know if it's like some sort of glue or a scratch. Yeah, I think it's probably a little scuff, so that's the worst thing on the whole car. Passenger side, again, all good. In here, complete book pack, CD player. The bit I really want to demonstrate, and it's easier to do this now, I'm not using a phone to film these videos, is CarPlay. So you have to plug it in, and then we can turn it on because we've got keyless, although I'm not sure you actually need to turn on the ignition. And let's get CarPlay working. 2 reports, one of which will be fuel and one's the door open, so don't worry about that. Okay, it's firing up CarPlay. Although we have CarPlay in a Mk7, this cable, by the way, is not supplied. It's a a SAT one, and it's really useful because you can change the ends to 3 different connectors. So we have an EA 888 Gen 3 230 horsepower, up from 220 of the non-performance pack car. You also got the VAQ diff, so it's like a Haldex coupling for the front axle. It doesn't prevent wheel spin, all it does is stop the diff sapping, it stops the diffs spinning away all the power, and it locks the two drive shafts together, which means you can spin both wheels, which is, well, it's better than spinning one, that's for sure. What else do you get? The big brakes. So these are 340s instead of what I think is the standard 312s. So yeah, it was definitely a no-brainer when this car came out to have the performance pack. It was like 990 quid. You could have had the performance pack, or you could have had a wheel that was an inch bigger and didn't look really that much better. So yeah, this is a cool spec. As usual, that doesn't fit very well. But the good news is bolts. However, well, I mean, I can't guarantee this will happen every time, but the bolts are untouched on the bonnet and the wings on both sides, stickers on there as well. So yeah, it's clean and tidy. I haven't really cleaned it. I suppose we better start her up. Okay, keyless start, so foot on the brake. There we go, starts up well. So now we're going to do the CARLY check. So two checks. One is a diagnostic check, and the other one is a used car check, where it reads the electronic modules in the car for mileage readings and checks that they correlate correctly with the one on the dash, which is 34,010. So we'll plug that in down here. And then the beauty of CARLY is that you only need to use your phone. Okay, that's the car, so let's go. So what I do is I clear the faults, and because some of them will be spurious, like low battery and stuff like that, and then test drive the car and see if they come back. So if there's one now that's a hard fault that won't clear, then it will be showing on here, and it's usually something that needs dealing with. Some of them you can ignore, but yeah, let's see what it brings up anyway. Okay, so the engine's been running all the way through that, and it hasn't found any issues, so that's a really good sign. Now let's do the used car check. While we wait for that to run, I just thought I'd show you the next service due information. So it's not due a service for 6 months or 8,000 miles. It's a bit jumbled down here, but hopefully you'll be able to make out there are 23 recorded mileages on the car, and they all match. So there's no mileage higher recorded in the car's modules than there is displayed on the dashboard. Okay, so hopefully that's everything covered, because I do try and be quite thorough in these videos, but if I've missed anything, then just drop me an email, andrew@volkswizard.co.uk. Thanks for watching.